Why do atoms bond together? The main goal for most atoms is to be happy and stable. The idea is that the atomic shells like to be full in order to fulfill the octet rule. In the octet rule, molecules are more stable when the outer shells of their fundamental atoms are full or have multiple of 8 electrons in their outer shell, with the exceptions of hydrogen and helium, which are stable with 2 valence electrons in their outer shell. When an atom has too many electrons, 1 or 2 extra, these atoms like to give up their electrons rather than gain extra in order to save energy. Some atoms are really close to having a full shell. Those atoms go around looking for other atoms who want to give up an electron. This takes us to bonding.
In covalent bonding, electrons are shared between atoms rather than traded in order for the atoms of both elements to gain full outer shells. Electrons are always shared in pairs. Typically, nonmetals are covalently bonded together. An example of a covalent bond is the molecule carbon dioxide. In this example, carbon has 4 of the 8 electrons in its outer shell, and oxygen has 6 of the 8 electrons. By combining 2 oxygen atoms with 1 carbon atom, the atoms can share electrons such that each atom has a full outer shell, and they suffice the octet rule. The name is bond, ionic bond, taken, not shared. An ionic bond is a chemical bond created by the attraction of 2 differently charged ions. One atom loses an electron to form a positive ion, a cation. The other atom gains an electron to form a negative ion, anion. The positive and negative ions arrange themselves in a regular repeating pattern such that the positive and negative attractive force is maximized and the repulsive force between the charges is minimized. The structure of the bonding pattern is rigid, strong, and always forms a solid at room temperature. Ionic bonds melt at high temperatures. Some ionic compounds will dissolve in water, and when this happens, it forms an electrolyte solution, which is a solution that can conduct electricity. An example of an ionic compound is sodium chloride.
Never trust an atom. They make up everything.